The outside of this cake is normally quite chewy, but the inside is lovely and soft. So, it's sweet, but also quite tangy. So there's quite a tangy flavour to it, but the chocolate just sort of... Hi everyone, and welcome back to Beauty's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make this delicious chocolate and lime cake. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a really delicious chocolate and lime cake. So this recipe is really easy to do, and this is a great summer recipe, I think personally. You could have this in winter as well, but I think limes are a really summery kind of citrus fruit, and I find that we tend to eat a lot more limes in the summer months than we do in the winter months. So I decided to throw one into a cake, or a couple into a cake, see what it was like, and the results were delicious. So of course I had to share the recipe with you. So the first thing I'm going to do for this recipe is I'm going to blend all of my wet ingredients, including 2 whole limes. So yes, I am putting 2 whole limes in this. Bear with me because it does make it taste really nice. And what I've done with these is I just simply boiled them for about 10 minutes on the hob on high. That helps get rid of some of the germs from the limes, and it just sort of helps to soften them a little bit as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and I've got in this bowl here about 125 mils of olive oil as well. And then to that I'm going to add some medjool dates. So I've got probably about 10 medjool dates, which is about 150 grams. And I've removed the stones, and I'm just going to pop those into the blender as well. And then I've peeled 2 bananas here that I'm just going to break up and put in. I'm just going to pop these into the blender. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this together, but I've realised I haven't plugged this in at the wall, so I'm going to have to go and plug this in at the wall. So we are all plugged in, and I've turned the blender on at the wall as well, and I've forgotten to add the vanilla extract to the wet ingredients, so I'm just going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract as well. And then I'm going to blend all of these ingredients together. Blended those ingredients together until they are smooth-ish. I would show you, but the blade's going to come up and then it's going to cause a mess in the bottom, so I'm going to leave that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my dry ingredients. So in this bowl here I have about 200 grams of oats that I simply just blended in my blender, not my food processor but my blender, and that helps to turn it to oat flour. I've showed how to do that in previous videos. If I can find those, I'll link them in the description box below for you. And then I've also got about 100 grams of tapioca starch. You could use almond flour if you wanted to as well. I'm trying to keep this gluten-free because I have a slight gluten intolerance, so the oats are gluten-free as well. And then I also have about 50 grams of raw cacao powder as well. And I'm just going to pop these into my blender, like so. And then I'm also going to add a big pinch of salt to that as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. And then I'm going to blend all of these ingredients together again. Again, I've blended these ingredients together until they are smooth-ish and there's no visible flour or anything showing. So basically you want it to turn out like a cake mixture, cake batter would. So I'm just going to remove some of the excess cake batter from the blade, and then here I have a loaf tin. You can use a muffin tray if you wanted to as well. I like to use a loaf tin, it cuts slices really nicely. When you take it out, the slices turn out really nice in this, so I always like to use a loaf tin. And what I've done is I have oiled the bottom of the loaf tin and just spread it around with a plastic brush. So I spread the bottom and around the sides just to make sure everything was evenly coated. Then I got a piece of greaseproof paper and I scrunched it between my hands because this helps the cake to cook a little better. And then I evenly spread it out across the base and around the sides of the loaf tin. And then with the excess oil on the brush, I just spread it over the top of the greaseproof paper and just made sure that everything was even. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of the cake batter into my loaf tin like so. And while I'm doing this, I just want to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really enjoy this video, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or any comments, then please feel free to leave those in the comments section below. Everything like that really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it as well. So I've nearly got all of the cake mixture from this. This cake is also freezable as well, so if you wanted to make this and freeze it, then you could. All of the ingredients here you can freeze. So if you wanted to make this in advance of a party, then you can. And this cake is also vegan as well. So if you have any vegans coming for, I don't know, like a summer barbecue. What you put on a barbecue for a vegan, I don't know. Is that really rude of me to say that? I'm never sure nowadays. So yeah, if you have any vegans coming around for dinner during the summer, then this will be a really nice dessert to serve. I have served this to a friend, and she did really enjoy it. It's quite a thick cake when it comes out, but it is really delicious, I have to say. So I have spread that as evenly as I can across the base of the tin, and I have preheated my oven to 200 degrees. So I'm going to pop this in the oven now for about 25 to 30 minutes. The cake has finished cooking. It's a lovely golden brown colour, and the skewer is coming out clean-ish, which is perfect. That's just what we want. So I'm going to take this out of the oven and leave it to cool, and then I'll try some and let you know how it tastes. But it smells so good right now. The cake has been cooling for about an hour and it smells really good, so I can't resist. I have sliced it. I'm going to try a little bit now, let you know how it tastes. So I'm going to get rid of the outside and just try a little bit in the middle because that looks softer. The outside of this cake is normally quite chewy, but the inside is lovely and soft. So it's sweet, but also quite tangy. So there's quite a tangy flavour to it, but the chocolate just sort of cuts it off a little bit, and it's really nice. So yes, I'm really looking forward to having this as my sweet treat this afternoon. That's how you make this absolutely scrummy cake, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be having this as a sweet treat this afternoon, and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.